back to another edition of our weekly webinar series. In today's episode, we will discuss the importance of and how to buy for profit. So, why are buys so important? Not only are buys a good way to get merchandise on the sales floor quickly, but buys also add items into the pawn cycle. 25 to 30% of all the items that are purchased at our stores are also pawned at the same store. Buying wisely can not only raise revenue at your location, but also further develop you as a pawnbroker. When we buy an item, we buy for profit, thinking of our sales gross profits first. When buying an item from a customer, ask yourself these four questions. First, can I sell it? If the item is broken or otherwise unlikely to sell, you can simply say no. Second, ask yourself, what can I sell this item for? Take note of the possible sales price when buying an item. You don't want to give the customer more than you can sell the item for. Third, what would the competition do? If you know that your competition is looking for specific items, it may be beneficial to purchase that item to keep it off of their shelves. And fourth, how long will it take to sell? Items that are in high demand will sell faster. When deciding how much to give the customer, keep this in mind. When buying, we use reverse NIHA. When purchasing an item from a customer, we must think about the store's needs and how best to fulfill them. What do I need? What does my store need? Is the customer selling a vacuum here when there are 17 others on the sales floor and every single one is aged? Or is the customer bringing in a new video game console or an iPad that will sell immediately? What is my emotional attachment? Often when purchasing something you're interested in, you may be more inclined to buy the item for more than someone else would. Be objective when purchasing from a customer. What is our history of selling these items? Think about how well that item will sell once it hits the sales floor. What is my ability to profit? Think about how much the customer is asking for and how much you can in turn sell that item for. Remember, if we don't need the item, we do not have to purchase it. When buying, remember your ABCs. You can break down items brought in by customers into three categories. You have your A goods. These are items that can be sold quickly within 30 days. You have your B goods. These are items that can be sold within 60 days usually. Then you have your C goods. These are items that the customers tend to buy when they need the item, not want the item. For example, jumper cables. A and B goods will not necessarily be worth more than C goods, but factor in shelf life when purchasing items. In the end, it's all about buying right. Remember, like BBOs, buys are an investment. Always consider how much you're giving the customer versus how much you expect to sell the item for. Do reverse NIHA to qualify the item and consider how easily and quickly an item will sell. Remember, if the item is on the shelf, it's not making us any money. And once again, I'd like to thank everyone for taking time out of their day to listen to another edition of our weekly webinar series. Remember, when it comes to buys, the objective is to buy low and sell high.